Billionaires are pulling ahead at a speed the global economy can barely track, and the secret behind their accelerating wealth is more shocking than you think. Stay tuned, because number one is something almost nobody guesses. Imagine a billionaire's tax bill shrinking to a fraction of what most earn, thanks to sophisticated optimization strategies. By funneling income through offshore entities, leveraging depreciation, and exploiting loopholes in estate planning, the ultra-rich legally reduce liabilities that would cripple ordinary investors. These tactics aren't new, but the scale and precision have intensified with global financial networks, allowing wealth to compound faster than any market return. The result is a massive gap between reported earnings and actual cash flow, fueling further investment power. Up next, Rank 9 reveals how timing capital gains can turbocharge growth.
Tax planning isn't the only lever. Timing capital gains can dramatically accelerate wealth accumulation. By holding assets just long enough to qualify for lower long-term rates, then strategically selling during market dips, billionaires capture gains while minimizing tax drag. Some even coordinate sales across jurisdictions to balance exposure and tax obligations, effectively turning tax law into a profit-maximizing algorithm. This disciplined choreography turns ordinary market appreciation into exponential growth, especially when paired with massive initial capital. Next, Rank 8 uncovers the tech edge that propels fortunes beyond traditional finance.
Technology fuels the fastest wealth spikes, and billionaires are at the front of the line. By betting early on breakthrough sectors, artificial intelligence, quantum computing, and biotech, they secure stakes that multiply dozens of times as the innovations mature. Venture capital funds, often controlled by a handful of ultra-rich families, give them privileged access to disruptive startups before public markets recognize value. Moreover, owning patents or licensing cutting-edge software creates recurring revenue streams that dwarf conventional dividends. This tech-first mindset turns speculative risk into a powerhouse engine for wealth outpacing the broader economy. Coming up, Rank 7 shows how private equity deals amplify that advantage.
Investors with deep pockets wield private equity to reshape entire industries, extracting value that ordinary shareholders never see. By buying undervalued firms, restructuring operations, and then selling at premium multiples, they generate returns far exceeding public market averages. The leverage used, often billions of dollars in debt, magnifies profits, while the billionaire's capital acts as a catalyst rather than the sole source. These maneuvers also create synergies across portfolio companies, further accelerating cash flow. The result is a compounding effect that pushes their fortunes ahead of global GDP growth. Rank 6 will now reveal the regulatory arbitrage that fuels even faster expansion.
Regulation can be a roadblock, but for the ultra-rich, it becomes a shortcut. By locating subsidiaries in jurisdictions with lax oversight, they sidestep stringent rules that limit competition elsewhere. This arbitrage spans financial services, energy, and even digital platforms, allowing billionaires to operate under favorable terms while competitors face heavier compliance costs. The practice also includes lobbying for legislation that creates new loopholes, effectively shaping the rules of the game. As a result, wealth can grow unchecked by the constraints that bind most businesses, widening the gap with the global economy. Up next, Rank 5 explores how strategic philanthropy actually fuels further riches.
Philanthropy isn't just altruism, it's a strategic tool for wealth preservation and growth. By establishing foundations, billionaires gain tax deductions, influence policy, and steer public perception while directing funds into sectors that align with their business interests. Grants to research institutions can accelerate technologies that later become lucrative investments, creating a feedback loop of influence and profit. Moreover, charitable giving enhances brand value, opening doors to exclusive networks and deal flow unavailable to the average investor. This dual benefit of societal impact and financial gain keeps fortunes expanding faster than the world's overall economic output. Next, Rank 4 reveals the innovation pipelines that turn ideas into massive capital.
Innovation pipelines are the lifeblood of future wealth, and billionaires sit at the helm of these engines. By funding large-scale research initiatives, they ensure early access to breakthroughs in fields like gene editing, renewable energy, and autonomous systems. Ownership of patents and exclusive licenses translates scientific discovery directly into revenue streams, often before competitors even learn of the technology. These pipelines also attract top talent, creating a self-reinforcing ecosystem where ideas become market-ready products at lightning speed. The compounded effect of owning both the discovery and its commercial path accelerates wealth growth far beyond standard market returns. Rank 3 will now dive into the global market exposure that fuels this surge.
Global diversification gives billionaires a head start on growth trajectories that most economies miss. By allocating capital to emerging markets, where GDP can double in a decade, they capture outsized returns on infrastructure, consumer goods, and natural resources. These regions also offer lower labor costs and regulatory environments that favor rapid expansion, allowing investments to scale quickly. Additionally, sovereign wealth funds and private deals in these economies often come with favorable terms, further boosting profitability. As these markets mature, the early-stage capital compounds, creating wealth that outpaces the slower growth of mature economies. Up next, Rank 2 examines the market dominance that cements this advantage.
Market dominance isn't just about size. It's about creating networks that become increasingly valuable as they grow. Billionaires who own platforms, whether in social media, e-commerce, or financial services, benefit from network effects where each new user adds value to the whole system. This self-reinforcing loop drives revenue exponential to the user base, eclipsing traditional linear business models. Dominant market positions also grant pricing power and barrier creation for new entrants, securing long-term cash flows that compound faster than average economic growth. The final piece of the puzzle, Rank 1, reveals the dynastic structures that lock these advantages in for generations.
Legacy isn't an accident, it's a meticulously crafted institution. Billionaire families establish multi-generational family offices that centralize investment, tax, and governance strategies under one roof. These entities preserve capital, allocate resources across diverse assets, and mentor the next generation in wealth stewardship. By maintaining tight control over holdings and employing professional managers, they avoid the pitfalls of fragmented inheritance that erode wealth over time. Trusts, foundations, and private banking relationships further shield assets from taxes and legal challenges. This dynastic framework ensures that wealth not only grows faster than the global economy today but remains insulated for centuries, perpetuating the cycle of extreme financial acceleration.
Seeing how these 10 forces drive billionaire fortunes to outpace the world's economy reveals just how complex, and often hidden, the wealth engine truly is. From tax loopholes to cutting-edge tech, each factor reshapes the financial landscape in ways most of us never notice. If you enjoyed uncovering these hidden advantages, hit the like button and subscribe so you don't miss the next mind-blowing list we drop every week. Which of these reasons surprised you the most? Let us know in the comments below. Your thoughts keep the conversation alive and inspire others.